The war is the greatest tragedy in my life. The war means losses and orphanhood for me. The war is the most terrible, unbearable ordeal for our family. Imagine, my family got several death certificates during the war. All men, including my father, died at that great war. That was my father's third war. Finnish, Bessarabian, and that one. All men were taken after the announcement on the first day. My father served in Leningrad. The last letters came in the beginning of October, and we thought he had died in September. And then we got a package. It was unexpected. It was sent in the end of June or in the beginning of July. It was his clothes. These clothes were in a bag. We seldom opened it and smelled. It seemed it was the scent of our father. People told me not to be upset. They told me my father was alive and he was somewhere in the hospital. We got his death certificate in the first year of the war. There was a great amount of graves, and all these children died there. They all were born in 1924, 1926. I wished to write a letter to my father. I tried to enter the school, but I wasn't taken, I was too young. And when the time has come to go to school, I didn't want to, because I had no one to write to. We read everything in the school library. Unfortunately, it was too small, too poor. The children of the Leningrad came to Zauralia and to our village, Utatskaya. I studied with these children, and these children and their teachers brought a lot of books from Leningrad, and so our library grew, and we read more. We didn't need to stand in line for a book. We could keep it for several days and to think it over. I studied with a girl whose parents were mathematicians. They had a magnificent library, and I took their books to read them at night with pleasure. I don't remember that we read some popular books, but I do remember my mother exchanged potato for a thick book, a compilation of stories written by Gogol. It was a very beautiful brown book. I was astonished at some strange word printed at the cover, ogiz. I didn't understand it, but I understood Gogol. There was no electricity. We read Conan Doyle. We read everything with the light of the candle. The writers of my generation say that the most difficult years for Soviet villages were from 1942 till 1945. I slightly disagree with them. It was a tragedy. The most difficult years for my village were 1947 1948. The war has ended. Nobody believed in death certificates. Everybody was waiting for a brother and father coming home. But years passed and nobody came. Death certificates became real. I've never seen such sorrow. The whole village consisted of women, and those men who came were injured or became cripples. I wish the war won't repeat. Everything else can be overlived in any age. That is the war for me, and God forbid to suffer that again.